Hey guys, YouTuber 100 here. Alright, now here I am with another Rocky movie review, with a review for Creed. So, yeah, when I first heard about this film back when it was announced a few years ago, I was actually pretty anxious for this film, and I was actually really anticipating it because when I heard about the premise of this film, knowing that this film really, while it was still part of the Rocky movie series, but while this really wasn't really going to be focused on Rocky, this was going to be focused on Apollo's son. I was really had a lot of anticipation for this film, and I was really anxious to see what they were going to do with this. So yeah, I really did have quite the anticipation for this film when I first heard about it, and I went to see it back when it was released a few years ago. And I gotta say, yeah, this was a pretty great movie. I mean, yeah, the way that I'm sorry, yeah, the way that they were like had the premise of this going, having we how Adonis was actually born after Apollo's death, and how he really didn't know who his father really was, and he when he finally found out, and then he decided to follow in his father's footsteps, and he was looking for Rocky to train him up. It was actually done pretty well, and I actually do like what they did with this. Yeah, I mean, of course, this film is focused on Adonis, who is Apollo's son, while Rocky in this film, he's turned to a mentor in this film rather than having the film really be about him and Rocky going to another boxing match like what Rocky Balboa did. So yeah, I did like that they went with that approach, seeing how Rocky was now seeing as this film was released 9 years after Rocky Balboa. I was thinking, if they ever did do another Rocky film, it should probably be something like this. Since yeah, if Rocky actually did get back into the ring for another fight, that really wouldn't be very believable at all, seeing how Rocky would be in his 60s by this point. So, well, yeah, I am glad that they decided to have the Rocky series kind of continue in this way with this spin-off series with Creed, and now with the sequel Creed 2. So yeah, I did like that they decided to go down this approach and have Rocky really become the mentor for Apollo's son, and now he's the main character in the franchise, and now he'll be the fighter, and Rocky is training him up. So yeah, I like that they decided to go down that route with this film, and yeah, it is done in a really great way, and yeah, I really did love this movie when I saw it. I mean, yeah, this was the first time that I really have rewatched this film since I saw it in the theater. And I really don't know why it's taken me this long to watch this movie again because I really did love it in the theater. So I didn't. So I don't know why it's taken me this long to rewatch this film again, almost 3 years later. So yeah, but yeah, this is still definitely a really great movie. And so yeah, in this film, basically Sylvester Stallone is really the only reprising actor for this film. Of course, he does reprise the role of Rocky. Yeah, and it has Michael B. Jordan as Adonis Creed, and then yeah, and you pretty much you do really just have all bunch of new characters. There is a where's Apollo's widow in this film, Marianne, and in this film she's played by Fel- Felicia Rashad, and there's also Adonis's love interest in this film, Bianca, played by Tessa Thompson, and yeah, and they're pretty much the main stars of this film. Most of the rest of this film is really just really the training staff and stuff, and as well as the uh, Adonis's rival in this film. M- um, uh, yeah, Adonis's rival in this film is uh, yeah, Adonis's rival in this film is pretty Ricky Coney. Yeah, I'm sorry, I spaced his name for a second, but yeah, his name is Ricky Coney, and so yeah, he's like the main rival for Adonis in this film, and yeah, so yeah, and of course, like as mentioned before, and like as it was shown Rocky Balboa, Adrian is dead, and shown now in this film, like Paulie is now dead too, and there's a scene where Rocky actually goes to visit Adrian, and then like Paulie's grave is like right next to Adrian's, and then yeah, there's also like Rocky's son is not in this film either. Yeah, they like give the explanation in this film that Rocky's son like moved to Vancouver with his girlfriend. Yeah, they probably decided not to put Rocky's son back in this film, probably just out of respect for like uh, Sage Stallone since he had died by this point. So yeah, they probably like just probably uh, wrote the son out of this film just like out of respect for like Sylvester Stallone's real life late son. So yeah, I guess that maybe why they did that. That's just like what I speculate. So yeah, so yeah, like I said, really just Rocky is really the only uh returning character in this film, and also the boxing gym in Los Angeles that Adonis like trains at the start of this film is like managed by Duke's son, like a little Duke as he's called. All so yeah, I guess like that's another thing right there with like now Duke's son taking over his father's position. Yeah, and they shown that in this film. But yeah, I'm sorry about all this coughing. In this film, at the start of it, when Adonis first comes across Rocky, it's shown that Rocky really doesn't seem to have any interest in like anything boxing related anymore, and he's really like put the light behind him. But when Adonis like actually comes to him, then that like gets Rocky like to it eventually does convince Rocky to like get back into like the boxing uh, industry and start to train up Adonis. And yeah, at one point this one also does show that Rocky is like diagnosed with cancer. So yeah, there's like some drama like that in this film as well as like pretty much just Adonis really wanting to follow in the steps of his late father after finding out who his father really was. So yeah, for the story that this film tells, it really does tell it really well, and it just does turn out to be a pretty great movie overall. So yeah, I would give it like probably 3.75 stars out of 4. Once again, it really is just a great film. All right, so yeah, I guess I really don't want to be talking like too much about the film, seeing how like as I'm recording this, it's already like almost 11:30 p.m. So yeah, let me just like cut right into the movie. All right. So as the movie opens up, like it opens in 1998, and it shows me that Adonis Johnson, what's it is like serving time in a Los Angeles youth detention center, and then it shows that Apollo's widow Mary and visits him, and he like tells him that he has a father, but Adonis didn't know his father, and then he like asks who his father was, and then yeah, then just like the title of the movie then just came on the screen, Creed. Yeah. And then it cut to 2015, and it showed that now Adonis, or Donnie as he was also referred as, was now like start wanting to really follow in his father's footsteps and become a boxer. So then Donnie ended up resigning from his job um, at a financial center, I'm a boxer, and now Marianne, of course, like really was not supporting his decision, and yeah, she just reminded Adonis how his father had ended up being killed in the ring, and so yeah, she just really like didn't want him to do it. And then yeah, Donnie then started to audition at Los Angeles elite Delphi Boxing Academy, which was now managed by Duke's son. But he ended up being turned down, and so then Donnie decided to move to Philadelphia to try to get in touch with Rocky Balboa, and so then Adonis then and visited Rocky's Adrian's restaurant, and then yeah, Rocky eventually then like saw Adonis there, and then yeah, Adonis was then just like talking to Rocky about Apollo, and then Rocky then eventually like discovered that Adonis was Apollo's son, and at one point then he then asked Rocky about like since he knew that they did have like a third fight with each other, which was in private, and yeah, Adonis was just asking who won the fight, and eventually Rocky gave him the answer that Apollo won that fight. So yeah, the fight at the end of Rocky 3, Apollo ended up winning. Yeah, and so yeah, and Adonis was just really asking Rocky to train him up as a boxer, but yeah, Rocky just really was reluctant to return to boxing. Like saying, and yeah, he even like told Adonis that he really doesn't even go to Mighty Mixed Gym anymore. Or yeah, so then yeah, eventually then Adonis then just ended up leaving, but then and eventually he ended up agreeing to it, and yeah, Donnie was then like yeah, Rocky like as I said, he ended up agreeing to train Adonis, but yeah, he said that Adonis is going to have to put his all into it and just like go through what his father had to, or else Rocky would be out of the picture. So then, yeah, Rocky then like trained Adonis in pretty much the same fashion that Mickey ended up training Rocky, and he put Adonis through some of the same uh, training workouts, like trying to catch the chicken and stuff. Yeah. Then eventually, Rocky ended up taking Adonis to the Front Street Gym to train with some of uh, Rocky's longtime friends as his quarterman, and one of them was actually like I don't know his name, but he was like the guy in UFC who like ended up who like worked the red corner whenever like someone like was cut or anything. He was the one that would like tend to the cuts and stuff in the red corner. So yeah, that was just something that I noticed at the time when I saw this film. I know like that. I don't think this guy actually is with the UFC anymore, but yeah, I recognize him from that. Yeah, and then yeah, Adonis also ended up like finding like meeting a girl that like lived like right downstairs from him, Bianca, and yeah, they were like formed like a connection with each other over time and stuff, and yeah, they ended up falling in love. Yeah, and then yeah, over time, like Adonis then like was starting to box, and then like he then like got the nickname Hollywood Donnie, and then he ended up winning a local fight, and then eventually it is like revealed to the public that Adonis is the son of Apollo Creed, and yeah, Bianca really wasn't happy that Adonis didn't tell her that he was Apollo's son and stuff. But you know, Adonis was like just like trying to pretty much just really not really like get that sort of recognition and stuff. And then yeah, and then yeah, Bianca then like quickly got over it, yeah. And eventually and then like Rocky and Adonis then like received a challenge from uh, Ricky Conlan, who was the current light heavyweight champion, and he is like facing in like a prison term, and it's like ending up forcing him into retirement. So then, he issued a challenge to Honey to Honey for like a final fight of Ricky's career here, and yeah, he then just like wanted a fight with Adonis as his last fight, like, but he wanted Adonis to actually like change his name to Adonis Creed and not go by Johnson, and yeah, Donnie like wasn't on board with it at first because he wanted to just uh, build his own legacy and not really like live in the Creed shadow, but then he eventually ended up agreeing to it. And as Rocky was like helping Donnie train, he then like Rocky then like ended up collapsing at one point. So then Rocky was taken to the hospital, and then yeah, eventually like the test results showed that Rocky was like having a form of cancer, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Yeah, and then like Rocky just like really didn't want to go through any chemotherapy. He was refusing to do it. And once Donnie found out about it, like he just like it really did like crush him a lot that Rocky was sick, and since he was refusing any sort of treatment, Rocky was going to die. And so then it just made like Donnie just like totally snap. And at one point, like before one of Bianca's shows, Donnie then just ended up like causing a scene with some other guys and stuff, and then he was just like totally brushing off Rocky, just like he was like just saying that like blaming Apollo's death on Rocky and stuff, and he just really didn't want to see Rocky. But then, yeah, once he then calmed down, then he apologized to Bianca, and then just told Rocky that if that he refuses, he'll refuse to fight if Rocky refuses to fight. So then, yeah, they both then agreed. Rocky agreed to treatment, and so then, yeah, Donnie then continued to train, and yeah, and then we eventually got to the fight, like at Goodison Park in Liverpool, England, which is Ricky Conlan's hometown. And then, yeah, before the actual fight, uh, Marianne actually did send Donnie a gift, which were like American flag trunks that were like similar to the ones that Rocky and Apollo both wore. So yeah, those were the trunks that Adonis wore for the fight. And then, and yeah, we eventually then did get the fight, and Donnie was like giving Ricky as much as he could handle, then and yeah, the fight then just was just like going back and forth and stuff. Donnie ended up getting knocked down a whole lot in the fight, and yeah, by the time of the final round, it like uh, Donnie's eye, like his left eye, was just like completely swollen shut. So yeah, I mean, yeah, you just saw like his eye just, oh man, it just looked really really bad. Like yeah, he couldn't even open his eye at all. Yeah, and even at one point, like as the referee was like trying to see if Donnie was okay, like he was trying to see if Donnie could actually see how many fingers that he was holding up out of his swollen eye, and yeah, one of the people in the training staff like told Adonis how much his referee he was holding up just by tapping on the back of his neck, and so yeah, that so the referee then allowed Adonis to continue, and so then yeah, and in the final round, Donnie was actually able to knock Ricky down, and but yeah, Ricky actually did get back up before the 10 count, and then so yeah, Adonis didn't knock Ricky out, but yeah, he did go the distance, and then yeah, it was announced that Ricky was the winner by split decision. So yeah, it was a similar ending as the Rocky's fight with Apollo at the in the first movie, and even like the Rocky's fight with Mason Dixon. Yeah, but despite the fact that Adonis didn't win, like Ricky did show Adoni respect as well as the crowd. And then yeah, there was like a post fight interview with Adonis. Then like he was just like thinking like his family, which of course he was referring to like Rocky and uh, and Bianca, and he was even like thinking his mom as well, who yeah she was watching the fight from home. Yeah, and when he was asked about Apollo, like because yeah they knew that Apollo had died before uh, Adani was born. He was just saying like what he would say to his father, and yeah, Adani would just say that he would say that he loved his father and all that stuff, and yeah, then like Max Kellerman, who was one of the commentators for the fight, said said that Coleman won the fight, but Creed won the night, and then yeah. Ricky then just told Adani that he is the future of the lightweight division. And then yeah, it then just ended with Donnie then just like really trying to help Rocky improve some more, and then they just went back up the steps steps outside of the Philadelphia Museum of Art, and so yeah, and then they were just like looking over the city of Philadelphia, and yeah, that's how it ended. So yeah, like so yeah, a pretty great movie overall. Well, I mean, yeah, I just really did like the story for this film, and yeah, it just really did like the approach that they went with this, and really like now put the series like have it focus on Adonis now, and just have Rocky be the mentor and trainer here and stuff. And yeah, I didn't even mention that. Yeah, this film was on. Well, yeah, Sylvester Stallone didn't write or direct this film. Yeah, this film was like directed by Ryan Coogler and was written by Ryan Coogler and Aaron Covington. So yeah, so yeah, this is the first film in the series that Sylvester Stallone didn't write. Right, so yeah, so Sylvester Stallone didn't even write this film, and yeah, this film is ended up turning out to be one of the better films. So I don't know. I mean, should other people actually write the films now? I mean, since like shown that even if Sylvester Stallone isn't writing, like the script can be really good and stuff. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but yeah, Sylvester Stallone is the writer of Creed 2, and so yeah, I haven't seen that yet, but yeah, I'm going to see it tomorrow. So yeah, so tomorrow will finish off these videos, and I will give my thoughts on Creed 2, who, no, and let you guys know what I think of that movie. All right, but yeah, this film overall is definitely a really great film. It is definitely worth a watch if you haven't seen it. Yeah, it definitely is a great film, and it is a like a really great way to like put the a ball into like someone else's hands now, and with Adonis, and yeah, now we'll see where how long this Creed series will go on for, because yeah, with Creed 2, I don't know if they are planning to do a Creed 3 or a Creed 4 or anything, but yeah, we'll see how far it goes. So yeah, but yeah, great movie overall. Like I said, 3.75 stars out of 4. All right, so yeah, I guess that's all I can really say about it. So yeah, this does it for my review of Creed. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review. And like I said, stay tuned for tomorrow when I will make my video giving my thoughts on Creed 2. So stay tuned for that coming tomorrow. But I hope you guys enjoyed this review. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.